All right, how's it going, you guys? Today we're gonna just be replacing these spark plugs on my 2003 Mitsubishi Galant. This is a 4G64 engine. Should work on any of those. I believe the Mitsubishi Eclipse also has this engine. This is a non-turbo, so yeah, if that matters to you. First thing we're gonna do is just unplug those two things. You have this push tab right here. You're gonna push down and pull out. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 that you need to be replacing. Well, that I'm gonna be replacing. You don't have to replace all of them, but basically just gonna pull this out and pull. We'll go one by one. So we'll start with the first one. So pull that out, and as you can see, this is a connecting ignition coil. You can see the spark plug inside there. Kind of hard to see. Can't really see it from here, but what we're gonna do is find a socket that fits that and then take it out. Like a 5/8 socket will work, and this is specifically a spark plug socket. As you can see on the inside, there is like a piece of rubber on the inside to kind of hold the top of the spark plug when you pull it out, because if you use a regular socket, it may loosen it, but pulling it out is actually not going to work. It might work for you, I'm not sure, but I'm using an extension and a ratchet. Remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty, so just going to gently undo this. All right, and here's a little comparison between the two. I didn't even know I had NGKs in here. That's actually pretty cool. Kind of sucks. I'm going to switch to Bosch, but that's fine. This is all they had. You can see the electrodes here at the top. This one looks kind of cooked. It's pretty low. You can see how there's a difference in the distance between the top and the bottom for a better spark. So these have about 50,000 miles on them. That's why I'm replacing all of them. I don't really have any engine problems right now, but it's a good preventative maintenance. 50,000 is what I'm doing mine at. So basically we're just going to put this in the socket here, and then we're going to switch. See how it sits nicely there, and it doesn't really fall out. Switch my ratchet over to tighten to the right, because we're gonna do righty-tighty, right? And before I even do this, actually, I'm gonna remove this from here. All right, so just remove this from the ratchet with the extension. I'm going to put it in here, nice and gentle, and hand tighten this. You don't want to cross thread this at all, so turning it to the right. And in terms of tightening this to seat it completely, you don't want to over tight or under tighten this. So just like half turn after you feel that it's tight is probably good enough. In terms of specifications and torque measurements, I didn't find anything personally. However, you know, I'm just showing you what I'm doing. But now I'm going to just attach this here. It's on tight to the right, and then about, there we go. That's about it. And then I'm going to wiggle it. And that is it. It is now seated nicely. So these are going to be a little bit different. So this one and this one is the same. These two are a little bit different. After that, we're just going to, before we do that, let's just seat this down, make sure it's seated nice and tight. So you have two 10 mils here. You're going to loosen here at the top. All right, set to the left. And then this just pulls up just like the other ones. Nothing special about it. You may have to pull this up right here. So you just lift it up. I'm gonna lift this one as well because they're both connected together. Just remember the orientations like that. All right, and we'll just knock out these two while we're here. Same process as this one. All right, now that we got all of the 4 done, we're just going to push this one back in. Make sure that's seated nicely. And then remember your orientation here as well. Here, I'm gonna push them down at the same time. Put this, cool. Make sure that wire doesn't stay under there. Gotta push these down till they're snug. And then don't forget to plug in these. So 1, 2, and then screw your two 10 mils on each side. And a tip when you're screwing these down, you don't want to screw down one all the way super tight and then the other one after. Kind of do both at the same time. Those are good. And that's pretty much it. You're done changing your spark plugs on your 4G64 engine, 2.4 liter 16 valve engine, the Mitsubishi Galant and the Eclipses. So that's pretty much it. This is what the old ones look like. Did have a little oil on one of them in cylinder 3. It could be my valve seals. We'll get to that another time if it's even worth it, but not too much, so it's not too concerning. You can see the top, pretty cooked, and it's definitely ready for another one. Let's start the car, see how it sounds. Seems to be running pretty smooth. No major shaking. I know this has an oil leak, gasket, all that. I already know that. No need to let me know. This has a lot of problems, but one thing at a time. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Good job, you guys. You finished. That easy.